Hey, y'all. So, welcome back to Writing Wednesdays. For those who are new, my name is Mariesa. Welcome to Writing Wednesdays. I'm excited because this week we are starting our second journaling session. We're going to journal together. So, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for what this journey today will unlock and for how it will help you and heal you and do all the things that it needs to do. Last week on Writing Wednesday, we had an author interview with author J.P. Mitchell, a wonderful woman of God who is the author of Sweet Fire. But today, like I said, we are going to continue our journaling sessions, and I am excited to walk through this journey with you. If you did not get to the last journaling session, which is session number 1, go ahead and you can start there if you want, or you could pick up here. It's totally up to you. But we did do a prompt 2 weeks ago, and we come on bi-weekly to do this. So today, in every Writing Wednesdays journaling session, we will set aside a few quiet minutes to journal with purpose. You don't need a perfect plan, just a pen and a notebook and a willing heart. Each week, every other week, I'll walk you through one writing prompt to help you reflect, heal, and grow. So this is your bi-weekly invitation to sit still, pick up your pen and reflect with me. So today's writing prompt though, it might be a little tough, but it can also be freeing. So I'm encouraging you to stay the course and let's journal together. So here is writing prompt number 2. When was the first time you felt disappointed? It could be something big or small, something someone did or didn't do. I know that this is a little bit heavy because you may have to relive that time when you felt disappointed. But trust me, go ahead and dig in. Go ahead and pause the video and write it out honestly, and then come back and we'll move on. So, just like we did last time, we are going to go deeper. We are going to look at some reflection questions. I'm going to ask you some reflection questions to support our prompt. So, I'll have you pause the video after each one and write whatever comes up. Don't be afraid to write. Remember, like I always say, let your writing be your voice, whether it's the glue that holds you together or the safety net, allowing you to fall apart. All right. So, who or what disappointed you? Sometimes you may have to really just think about that and get to the root of it. Who was it? Was it a person? Was it a situation? Sometimes you may have to just dig a little bit deeper to figure out all the ins and outs of it, and that's fine. Who or what disappointed you? So, there was a reason you were disappointed, and that's because an expectation was not met. You expected something and it did not happen. So, what were you expecting to happen instead of that disappointment? What were you expecting to happen instead? This is also a good one. How did that moment shape your trust in people or even God? Sometimes when we are disappointed, it will mess with our trust. We will have trust issues in some instances. That's pretty much natural in our humanity. But how did that moment shape your trust in people or even God? And may I extend it just a little bit? Did it shape your trust in yourself? Just think about it. Pause the video, write, and return. And because I'm one who believes in healing, this question is only fitting. Have you healed from it? Or is it still lingering underneath the surface? And this is one in which you will have to be honest with yourself. You really have to be honest because a lot of times we can walk away from a situation or a disappointment or a disagreement or something tragic happening in our lives, and we can smother it underneath busyness. We can muffle it underneath just moving on, and really, it comes back to bite you, or it can come back to bite you later if you don't deal with that thing. So, I really want you to think before you write. I really want you to meditate and really, really be honest with yourself. Have you healed from it? If you have not healed from it, you can heal from it. It's not a hopeless situation. And we know that God is Jehovah Rapha, Yahweh, our God, the one true God. He is Rapha. He is our healer. So if it's still lingering underneath the surface, we can pray and we can ask the Lord to take that from us. There is therapy. There are multiple things that we can do. But at this point, I want you to write, meditate, and write. Have you healed from it? Or is it still lingering underneath the surface? And I just want to include this before you pause. God doesn't just want your whole heart, He wants your heart whole. I've heard this before and I believe that it is true. I don't believe He wants us walking around just accepting broken hearts and walking around living with broken hearts. Because He is healer, because He is ultimate healer, I believe that healing is available for you. If you are walking around disappointed, I believe healing is available for you. So be honest with yourself. Pause the video, meditate, write, and return. This is a wonderful reflection question. What would you say to your younger self in that moment? In that moment of disappointment, if you right now, at whatever age you are now, if you could speak back to that person, and it may not have been 20 years ago, it could have been last week, but you were younger then, it could have been last year. But at this moment, at this point in your life, what would you say to your younger self in that moment of disappointment, that moment that you've been writing about this whole time? What would you say to your younger self? This is probably my absolute favorite one. Where do you still need to invite God into this memory or wound? As I said before, God doesn't just want your heart whole, your whole heart. He wants your heart whole. So where do you still need to invite God into this memory or wound? Many times when we are wounded or we are disappointed, we sometimes tend to push God away. Now, this is not the case in every situation or with every person, but sometimes this can happen. So I just want you to be very honest again. Where do you still need to invite God in? Is He the one who disappointed you and maybe you've backed away from Him? Or the situation has just been so overwhelming, or you're so disappointed that you think that inviting Him in won't work? Well, I'm here to testify that it does work. Back in 2016, I lost my mother and I was disappointed. I was disappointed in God because I prayed for her healing. And so I was disappointed that she passed away. And I had to come to grips and realize that He healed her in a different way, in the ultimate way. But I was disappointed. So I figured that inviting him into the wound or the memory, inviting him in wouldn't do anything because he's the one that didn't heal her how I wanted him to heal her. And I don't know if you're in a situation like that where you're disappointed with God, but I heard a wise man once say, if you get rid of God, you've gotten rid of your hope. So if you get rid of God, you get rid of your hope. So I've been there where I've walked away from prayer. I've walked away from reading the word. I've gone through just the motions of going to church, but not really sitting with God in relationship and being with Jesus in relationship. And it is not a fun place to be in. Eventually, I came to the point where I realized I'm not going to survive this. I'm not going to get through this if I don't invite Him back in, if I don't get face to face with Him again, in a sense. So I had to open it back up. I had to open up my heart again for prayer and invite Him in because I knew that through Him was the only way that I was going to heal. I could not heal on my own. I could not heal on my own. So I just want you to pause this video at this time. This is actually your last question, and then we're going to come back with our challenge. So pause the video, write, and return. So, this week's challenge is to write a short prayer or letter to God based on what you uncovered today. It is my prayer that something was uncovered that needed to be unearthed so that you can heal from it or move on from it or really just realize your feelings and all of it, and possibly even help someone else going through something similar. But this is your challenge. Invite God into the place of that disappointment. Ask Him to heal it, to reveal purpose in it, or to redeem it. God is not afraid of your honesty, and He's not finished with your story. Sometimes we come to God and we have these masks on for whatever reason because they work with other people, with other humans. It doesn't work with God. You know why? He already knows. Whether you're honest with Him or not, He already knows. So He is not intimidated by, He is not afraid of your honesty. So if you're comfortable and would I would love to hear what surprised you about this prompt. Drop a comment or tag me at Your Best Dash. And I just want you to know that I'm super proud of you for showing up today. This kind of writing is not just regular writing, it's heart work. It's also hard work if you do it right. But it is hard work and it takes courage and it takes faith. So I just want you to know that I am so proud of you. And I pray that this session has blessed you. Okay. I want you to know that. So next week, we will have another author interview. We have author interview number 3. And this specific author will talk to us about the importance of journaling and how God used journaling to help her, to grow her, and to heal her. So this is right in alignment with what we're doing. We've been journaling now 2 sessions in. And so she's going to speak to that very thing. So join us next week for Writing Wednesdays for that author interview. In 2 weeks, though, we're going to explore another journal prompt to help us grow. But until then, keep writing and remember, God sees every word. Please take care, and I will see you next time.